Hello everyone, Relays back again here, today with another update video. Now as you can see, a lot of scenery work has been done. Now I must apologize, I didn't document all of it because I've been very busy with school the past couple months. But I will be going over all of it in the next couple minutes. Now a few little notes, I will be doing more videos as of now, since school is getting out soon, so expect a lot of that underway. A mountain has been formed, a street has been added, the town's almost done, house has been added, scenery's been added, a mine's been added, plus the upper loop is now complete. Moving on to the town, a few things have been added. You can see the station being added in the foreground. I've added a new building close to the steam locomotive in the background. That building's actually hand-built, not by me, but I did pick it up at a train show, and it's very, very nice, completely built out of balsa wood, completely from scratch. As you can see, a bridge has been added close to the mountain. Of course, the mountain's been added. The track work is now complete, and telephone poles have been added. Though, as you can see, the telephone wires, on the other hand, have been added and then removed by my cats. Another thing to note is the parking lot that's been added next to the station site, and station will soon be on that site, a Victorian one, which I'm currently scratch building. Moving on to the mountain and the mine. Now, the mountain is constructed using a variety of methods, everything from styrofoam to window screen to plaster and plaster paper. And it's actually very strong. It's strong enough that my cats can walk on it, which is really good considering I didn't account for it. Also, the mine, which is loosely based off of the Pioneer Tunnel in Pennsylvania. Very nice place. I suggest checking it out. And that about wraps up everything that's been done as far as the mountain goes. Moving on to the rural street that has been added. Now, this area is not exactly done yet, though it is being worked on. The road, which stretches from the town, comes down the side of the hill, across the tracks, and parallels the edge of the table. Now, the three houses you see are again made out of balsa wood. They're not made of plastic. And the middle red one is actually a completely scratch-built structure. Now, the two on either side are laser-cut kits. I have seen my train shows before, though I don't know who produces them. Getting a nice close shot of the houses here. You can see the nice detail in the siding, the windows, the porches. As far as scenery goes, nothing special. I have been making my own pine trees. You can see them mixed in with some of the Woodland Scenics ones. But other than that, nothing special here. Backtracking towards the town a little bit, you can see the lumber yard in the foreground. A little scenery work has been done around here. Now we just move this out of the way. We can see the abandoned mine truck in the back, made out of some spare balsa wood I had, and some ballast. The trees, again, are handmade, made out of twine, brown spray paint, ground turf, and craft wire. Track, again, nothing special, just painted brown. Now the freight platform, on the other hand, is made out of matchsticks and spare balsa wood. And also, a little scenery work has been done up around the signal box. More on that later. Now, as the trolley comes through here, we will again see the roadway. Now, eventually, a fairground will occupy this area along with a carousel that actually moves. Now, moving on to the upper level, or the double dog bone loop. This has been completed recently, mainly because I had some trouble trying to figure out a good way to have the train double back without shorting out. As you know, you cannot do this with HO due to the fact that it's 2-rail, not 3-rail. Therefore, I've decided to go DCC for the top level and conventional for the bottom level. Now, the bridge, which is hand-built, is roughly based off of a few bridges which you'll see around Pennsylvania, especially in some of the more rural coal mining areas. Now, another thing to note is eventually a sawmill will occupy this area. Moving on to this shot here, you can see the bridge connecting back onto itself. And going down the incline here, you can see it splits off, where you can either go down to the first level, or you can continue right around the town and back. Now you can see the attack of the 50-foot cat, who is appropriately named Shay, as in the locomotive. Which, if you haven't guessed, the overall theme of this layout will be mining and logging, with occasional streetcars. Now, going a little off topic here, having cats and trains makes for some very interesting experiences, besides the fact that they take the telephone wires off the telephone poles. They tend to like to sleep inside the mountain, which can be annoying sometimes, especially when I'm trying to run trains. Or they'll knock the trains right off the track. I still have some handrails I need to glue back on because of that. They may also act as temporary barricades, blocking from any train from passing. They may also chase the trains around and into the tunnel, which is very comical sometimes, but other times it gets quite annoying. Moving on to the next clip here, you can see the two controllers. Now I've added a nice shelf, which will be stained over time. But due to the uniqueness of this layout, I have to use DCC for the top level, again due to the double back loop, and the bottom level I have to use a nice heavy transformer. Now another thing that's been added, which is not really related to the layout, is some train shelves finally. I used to keep them in a big wooden chiffon cabinet, but that has been changed. I have now made some very nice pine shelving to display some of the trains that don't fit with the theme or just too large to run on the layout. Anyway, that just about wraps up everything as far as the layout goes. Now, like I said, since school's getting out soon, I do promise that there'll be more frequent updates and progress reports, plus some time lapses of me working, along with other things that have to do with layout. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.